Hi, I'm Vicky Madeline from Dicker Data, and today I'm here with Nick Patton-Rowe, an APJ Solution Architect with Pure. Hi Nick.
Hi Vicky, thanks.
Thanks for joining us. Now Pure has seen tremendous growth in the MSP segment. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I guess if we think about MSPs, they're quite differentiated against traditional resellers. And so here at Pure Storage, when we're talking to MSPs, we aim to deliver three key business value in every Pure engagement. And the first one's around TCO. So that starts with things like best-in-class data reduction, having very dense flash modules. Typically for any amount of storage, we need less space to deliver that storage. So that means less power, less cooling, less data center space, etc. So the environmental savings are quite considerable. Operationally, it's very, very simple to manage our kit. So the operational efficiency is right up there. But probably the biggest driver for TCO or lowering TCO is around Evergreen. And that's something we coined 4 or 5 years ago. We actually pioneered that market, this idea of being evergreen. The best way I can describe Evergreen is if you buy an array with Pure Storage and you're on our gold maintenance program, we give you a free controller every 3 years. We upgrade those controllers, we do it non-disruptively with zero downtime and zero data loss. What that does is eliminate the traditional refresh cycle that customers are stuck in every 3 to 5 years. Another couple of benefits of Evergreen is we don't believe you should pay for the same terabyte twice. So if you buy, say, 100 terabytes from Pure Storage, and in a year you want to upgrade those flash modules for denser modules, we'll give you a partial or full credit for that storage. And finally, we believe that every capability or in the software should be included in the base software. So secondary business value is around risk. So lowering risk or eliminating risks for MSPs. And that starts with operational soundness. We've got 6 nines of availability. So that really reduces the risk around downtime. We're 100% partner-centric, so that eliminates any risk around going direct. And we can give you things like right-size guarantees. If we know something about the data that's going on to the array, we can write in an efficiency guarantee, and if we don't meet that, we'll give you capacity or professional services to sort of fix that. And we've got flexible consumption models, whether that's traditional CapEx or our true OpEx model, Pure as a service. So we talked about TCO, we talked about lowering risk. The third area of business value is really around driving top line or revenue growth or innovation within customers. So being on a highly performant system that's highly resilient really enables the MSP to go and have those innovation discussions with their customers around faster response times, around getting better insights out of their data, etc. So innovation's a key enabler as well.
So Nick, can you talk a little bit more about innovation and the impact that Pure has had on the storage market over the last 11 years?
Sure, so to your point, we've been around for 11 years and innovation is in our DNA. We were actually built on the idea of innovating. I mean, if you think about what we did with traditional flash storage, which was stuck in a corner, running high performant workloads, very expensive, we've brought that into the middle of the data center, running common applications, not only tier 1 applications, but VDI, traditional server virtualization workloads, containers, etc. So that requires a lot of innovation, a lot of other stuff as well, but a lot of innovation as well. And the industry has responded to that. So 6 years in a row, we're a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant. We've got a net promoter score of 82, which is in the top 1% of all B2B companies worldwide.
So Nick, you mentioned Pure as a service. Can you tell us a little bit more about that solution and how it's different to some of the competitive offerings out there?
Sure, so Pure as a service is our consumption-based model and it applies to all of our solutions across the board. And it really came about through conversations we were having with customers that wanted a cloud-like consumption model, regardless of whether their data was on premises or in the cloud. And it's got a few key differentiators. The first one is that it's true OpEx. And what I mean by that is traditional or some commonly offered consumption-based models are lease-based. Even if they've got a $0 residual, they have to capitalise those assets on the balance sheet. So at the end of the term, someone's got an asset that they need to deal with. We eliminate that issue by Pure owning the risk and the title of all of those assets. So if a customer signs up for Pure as a service for 3 years or 12 months, which is the minimum term, and at the end of that 12 months they don't want to renew, they just walk away because the asset's owned by Pure. So that's the first differentiator. The second differentiator is how we charge for the platform. So again, a common cloud-based charging mechanism is to charge by allocated or provisioned storage. If you need a 400 terabyte volume, that will be provisioned and you'll get charged for 400 terabytes. With Pure as a service, we have a minimum commit of 50 terabytes or terabytes, but anything over that is actually charged as it's written, so host written data we call that. So for MSPs, that really enables them to align revenue with their cost base. So that's a second key differentiator. And again, for MSPs, that helps around capacity planning as well. And thirdly, it's a really great on-ramp to the cloud. So we're having a lot of conversations around hybrid cloud architecture and customers that have some certain applications that will remain on premises, but they want to expand into the cloud as well.
So Nick, it sounds like Pure has a really strong value proposition for MSP partners out there. What is the first step to getting started?
Well, there's a lot of collateral out there. There's collateral on our website, there's collateral on the Data website, but I guess the first step I would recommend is to reach out to your local Data BDM, and then they'll help you on that first step of the journey, and that's sizing, getting you up to speed, education, bringing in the solution architect to help you size the entire solution, and then typically that's where we're engaged as the vendor to help bring the solution and help articulate that to the customer.
Thanks so much, Nick. Really appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks, Vicky. Thanks for the opportunity, and great to be here.